Hi Taurus, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks like a new opportunity is coming through for you. Like you're starting a new chapter, and within this new chapter, there's like something new that you're exploring. Definitely a lot of promise that's tied in with this. You may have like recently closed something out, so now you're ready to pursue this new opportunity. Yeah, you're like in the midst of, I'm hearing creating, you're in the midst of a new beginning. This is something that you could have been like, I'm gonna get my hands dirty with this, like in a good way, like I'm gonna get my feet beneath me. So like you want to get some experience with something, and I'm seeing like you already took a leap of faith, you took a chance with something, you wanted to pursue it, and now I'm seeing you have like a very specific vision and something that you're continuing to make progress with as you pursue this further. So it's something that like it was newly started and now you're getting into the Three of Wands. So it's like you started it, you felt passionate about it, you made some sort of plan, you have like achieved the plan, there's some things that like you've done within this realm, and now you're like even taking a second to like look back at the progress that you made, look at the work that you've done, feel proud of taking a chance with something. This could have been like something new, like some new type of territory for you. Could have been something like a little bit different than what you were used to. Starting off with the Fool here. Innovative, creative, trend setting, I'm also hearing, Taurus. Yeah, I'm seeing a notion of you like trying your hand at something and you didn't know like whether or not you'd be good at it, and it looks like you are very good at this. For some of you, this is a relationship. For others of you, this can even be a marriage. For some of you, you could have newly gotten married even. Interesting that that's coming up. Pisces. Looking at Neptune. Talking about feelings, talking about balance, reciprocity, how we feel people show up for us, how we are showing up for other people. It looks like you're getting somebody else involved in something that you're doing. You may have been like, I'm gonna approach them in one way, and then you may have like, I'm hearing counted backwards. Like maybe you went back and reviewed something and you're like, actually, I think that I should approach them like this instead. It's like you didn't want to approach somebody the wrong way. This is what I'm seeing. It looks even like some type of new relationship, but even though it's new, I'm seeing it be somewhat established, Taurus. But it may not be like so upfront with the Neptune energy. This is very interesting. It feels kind of like a puzzle. I'm seeing you like want to interact with this person in the right way. I'm seeing this be very important. There's like a sense of wanting to be calculated, but not in a manipulative way. It's like in a conscious type of way. It's like you don't want to like do the wrong thing, say the wrong thing. I'm seeing you be like very mindful of the presentation. And like once you've thought about it, there's a sense of like wanting things to translate properly is what I'm seeing. So this person understands how earnest you are is what I'm hearing. There's a sense of like wanting somebody to show up, interesting. Wanting someone to know that you're showing up in like a very serious way. Because at first you could have been like, okay, I'm going to tell them how I feel about them, what's going on with me emotionally. And it's like you actually took a step back and thought about that. And you're like, you know what, I'm actually going to come through in like in a different vibe. And I'm seeing that happen here. I don't know what had you like rethink this, but I'm seeing there was something that was rethought, reimagined even, I'm hearing. And then there's this sense of like after you did this, I'm seeing something being executed here with the Judgment card. Yeah, it seems like the way that you may have wanted to like lead with feelings or like that you love someone, or I don't even know, something starting even. This can be like new feelings you're having for someone, but you may have been in a situation where like feelings were budding, but maybe somebody wouldn't have been receptive to you like opening the conversation space talking about that. So, like, you may have come through in, like, a more diplomatic way, even, or a more professional way, or something like non-pressure. And that's not to say that those feelings don't exist, but I'm seeing, like, you rethought leading in that way, and you led in a different way to interact with this person. Like, it may even be some sort of challenge. Like, you may feel like this person is a bit guarded. They have a bit of a wall up. This can be one of those moments, too. With Neptune here, you could have thought that, like, somebody entered into your life and that there was a very specific purpose, and it may actually be a different purpose why this person has entered into your life and, like, been introduced to you. I'm hearing something about helping each other. So this is one of those moments where it's like you see someone and you're like, we are soulmates. I feel so connected with you. Like, we're going to get married. I want to be in a relationship with you. Like, I want X, Y, and Z. And then you may actually be realizing that they're actually going to be like a mentor to you or a guide, or like something non-romantic is going to be happening. And vice versa. It's just like with Neptune, it could be Neptune and the Ace of Cups. Like, you could really have like heart eyes for somebody, and like that's how you wanted to come through and present. But then, as I said before, something had you stop and rethink. And it's like, I don't think they're going to want to be approached like that. Like, I don't think that's how I should lead out. And I'm seeing you did it in a different way. And I'm seeing like this be what was needed in that situation. It's like going to help even avoid something that like maybe would have like really not translated properly. So it's like you saved yourself in this situation, I'm seeing, by like really thinking about this. You may have also not brought something up that you wanted to bring up because you feel like this person isn't even open in the first place, and you may be trying to figure out like whether or not you should make an attempt to bring something up with them, or whether or not you should like throw this idea out altogether. So it's like you made contact with this person, like you're somehow connected with them, and like you may want to bring feelings up now, but you may also still be like, I don't think it's appropriate. Very interesting, Taurus. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you're being guided to be patient with it. These are two cards that represent alchemy. It's going to be related to like how you deal with the energy and what force you create with it. It's like what you shape the energy into even. You have to take your time with it. You have to be very specific and deliberate with your manifestation here. Like, the outcome of this is definitely riding on it. So, like, you may want to do something faster, and your guides are like, hey, slow down. You don't want to get disappointed by doing something too fast. It's almost like you need to be very deliberate and careful with something, because if you do it too quickly, there's a sense of like the entire thing going sour. So you want to be slow and steady with this, which is like really your forte also. Taurus. You're about like consistency, right? And hard work and being very deliberate and making things long lasting. It's just like with Neptune involved, it could have just made things a little bit hazy or confusing, or like trying to like have a hard time maybe finding your bearings a little bit. It's like maybe something, instead of it being like more black and white or more obvious to you, it was more like gray scale. So you were like having a hard time like finding out like where you wanted to enter into like a space. I'm almost seeing it like enter into somebody's like energetic field, like where is the right spot to enter through, and like what is the correct frequency to be able to connect with this person. Some of you may also be going through some sort of change, like you could be changing a part of your like persona or identity. It's like maybe you were doing things one way before, like you're something with your job and like your identity, something like that, and it's like now you want to get more creative with something, or you want to have more creative liberty. You may have also felt like you could have been building towards something you wanted and felt like you needed to do it in a very particular way, and now like you want more, and so you may be like switching up your style. It's like you even want to be seen in more of a, like you could have been more like square or cookie cutter with something, and like it was something that like helped you build a basis, but you may want to like branch out and like have your own flair with something now. I'm seeing like something even get more edgy for you, how you're doing something. It's like even riskier, but it's something very creative. Like I'm seeing a very liberated creative energy here, while still like keeping it professional. There could have even been some like catalyst that you went through where something was challenging, and it's actually like adding to this like creative pursuit. Like maybe something happened in your personal life that's actually motivating like your art or something like that, your passions. It looks too like you could have done something or gotten involved with somebody that you wanted to get involved with, and like with the magician here, this is something that you definitely made happen. You took a risk with this, and although you're making progress, you don't want to move too quickly or too rapidly. You want to like take your time where you're meant to take your time. This is like reading the room and being like, okay, here I can go fast, here I need to take it a little bit slower. It's about like getting it done and adjusting your speed depending on like where you are along the journey. I'm seeing too, like, there could have been like some type of karmic relationship that you were dealing with that actually has like led you into a transition and helped you like maybe even understand differently than you had been before, but this may have been disappointing. You could have had like a Neptune Pluto contact even with someone, or like something within your synastry where like you thought the relationship was one thing and it would be a very particular way, and then it ended up being very different than what you thought. And like something disappointing like related to like love even happened, but it's because it like Neptune was involved in it. Neptune can be like a kind of deceptive energy. It's like you think somebody's energy is one way or the connection is one thing, and then it ends up being something very different than that. And you may actually, you know how like an artist will like take their muse or something that like they go through and then use that to create art. I'm seeing something like that. It's like you take your feelings and like disappointment or feeling sad or like whatever that is, and it's like the way you channel that is actually into like something professional, even for you. I'm seeing that here. So it's like you're actually using this to further like your creative artistic expression. And I'm seeing it would be something that would like even make you money, or like it would be something for you. that would be beneficial. For some of you, it's even like getting you connected with more people. It's because like you're expressing something authentically from the heart, even if it was an unpleasant situation. It's like definitely a really effective coping strategy for you, like to use something as a creative catalyst. Very, very desirable way to channel this. Very adaptive coping strategy. I'm looking at Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Mercury, Sagittarius, Scorpio. With all this Pluto here, it definitely seems like you went through some big changes because of this. And it's like you could either adapt and roll with the punches, or you could have been dragged down by something. And I'm seeing like you found like a very creative way to do something, like in an energy where you feel very successful because of that. But like if you hadn't taken charge, this is something that maybe would have like really overwhelmed you. And for some of you, it could have even put you out of work for a bit, I'm hearing. It's like maybe would have put your life on pause, but instead, like you used it to, yeah, you used it creatively. What an interesting thing. A very cool concept. You may still be like figuring out what you want to. Maybe feel like you have some, like part of you wants this, part of you wants that. You're trying to figure out like what to focus on next, I'm hearing. It's like you even feel conflicted about something, but the more you check in with yourself, the more you're going to understand what this is. Like, I'm even seeing a shirt that's very, very wrinkled, and I'm seeing this be like the heart chakra. And it's like the more you become the hermit and you check in and you reflect, the more you're like ironing it out. So you can like understand what's going on there, I see. It's like bringing consciousness to the space. It's so you can like see the full shape of it and understand what it's saying to you. You may be planning to take some time for yourself too. It's like Monday next week, I'm going to have my phone off all day. So if you call me, don't expect a call back until the next day. It's like one of those moments that we're having here. But this is very necessary for you. It's like you could plan like a vacation or something like that, or just like a day where you're not really talking to other people. So something you need to think about. Yeah, for some of you, you're definitely like going somewhere. But you may not have done this yet. It looks like you're moving from like a more solemn, solitary type of energy to then connecting with someone. I'm even hearing towards the end of the week. The time frame is going to be different for each of you. You could have been considering interacting or working with someone, and this is a no-go, but part of you was considering it because of the like, I'm hearing shared memory space that you have with this person. Something nostalgic, but you know this person, like you're not meant to be around them. This is someone that may even confuse you psychologically, intuitively. The only reason you're considering this is because of the history that you have with them. This can even be like nostalgia coming back and be like, being like, remember that one person? If you know that there was like confusion, a lack of support, a lack of feeling empowered, like feeling like someone was around you for the wrong reasons, you're being guided to remember this and to like walk away, because some of you could have already been engaging with this person. You're not going to find what you're looking for with them. I'm looking at Virgo and Gemini. I feel like someone else might pop out. Hold on. You may need to tell them that you're walking away, because you may not have said this to them yet. This is one of those moments where it's like maybe you don't want to tell them that you're not going to be involved, but you're going to need to do this. I'm looking at Aries now. New one. One more person was going to pop out here. Virgo, Gemini, Aries. For some of you, there's someone from the past that you're walking away from to pursue somebody that you have like a new type of chemistry with, or you feel newly connected with them. This thing looks like it's on fire in a good way. Whatever this thing is that you want to pursue, you feel passionate about this, or about this person, about pursuing this thing. If it's not a person. Because it can always be like a hobby or something. But it does seem like you're walking away from someone from the past to pursue like somebody that has, I don't know, it looks kind of spicy to me. So it's like some type of passion between you and this person. It looks like it's something suited for like who you're developing into as well. And this may be something that you want to spend more time doing and building towards. Like, this may be a connection that you're like, this is worth building to me and worth pursuing. But, like, you need to state that. I'm getting, like, you may not have confirmed something or, like, called something out or communicated something that needs to be communicated. And it's about your intention space. And it may be, like, this person from the past, you need to tell them like you're not interested or you're not going to do this anymore and you're going to move on. This is somebody that you would have been like at odds with. It's like you keep arguing with this person or like things are just not right. You don't really trust them. That's how you'll know who this past person is. You even don't trust them to have a conversation. You would feel like you needed to reflect and think about something because you may believe that they would like be manipulative or throw you off deliberately. So I'm just seeing a relationship where it's like you have to watch your back with this person. You feel that. With this new person, this is something that looks very exciting that you want to pursue. It looks promising, I'm also hearing. But yeah, you may need to like make that statement to the past person and then like state your intentions with the new person or like more actively pursue that, make that choice. The signs again, Virgo, Gemini, Aries. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I'd like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.